Hey there, it's Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. So at the end of February, I put up a video where I asked you guys which books on my audio TBR I should pick up next. So I gave you a list of all the books that currently existed on my audio TBR. Sadly, it has grown since then because Audible had a sale and I am very bad at controlling myself. So, oh, what are you gonna do? Anyway, back to this video. I let you guys choose and then I picked out the top 5 rated books. Now, one thing I do have to say is that I ended up reading Dark Matter for Thrillerathon. I wasn't sure if I was going to get around to it in Thrillerathon, so I left it on the list when I did that audio TBR. I shouldn't have, I've already read it. So even though that was the top rated one that you guys wanted me to read, I've technically already read it. I mean, you did get your wish, because I did actually read it, but just not in the context of this video. And I'm going to tell you guys which books you actually picked. So the first one on this list is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Dark Artifices trilogy, and it's fucking huge. It's huge, guys. What? Like, how big is this book? It's nearly 700 pages. Okay, I'll take it, I suppose. I mean, these books are pretty easy to read, and I don't know if I would be able to push myself into actually reading this series, because I have such a questionable relationship with Cassandra Clare books, and I'm like, oh, do I want to go there? Because it's such a big series, do I even want to continue with it? Well, you guys chose. I'm continuing with it, so it'll be very interesting to see whether I actually like this or not. I have a feeling I will, because I really, really like the Fae, and any books with Fae in. I'm more intrigued by those anyway, so I am excited for this one. Thanks for picking it. The next book that you guys picked was Nosferatu by Joe Hill, which I think is like a Christmas vampire book. I don't really know very much about it. I bought it because it was on a sale and it intrigued me, and I've never read anything by Joe Hill, so I was intrigued by it, and you guys voted, so I'm reading it. Next up we have Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. Again, don't really know very much about it. Like, I don't really hear anyone talking about this one, but I generally do like Brandon Sanderson books. I think this is his first book, so I don't really know how the writing will be, but I'm very interested to see what happens. And then you guys decided to have mercy on me and picked a short book. One short book out of the 5 that you guys picked, so I mean, it's not all bad, is it? So the book that you guys picked was Lock-In by John Scalzi, and I really do like John Scalzi. The premise of this one never quite hooked me, so I'm glad to have a push to actually pick this one up, because I once tried to start listening to it. I got about 10 minutes in and I obviously wasn't in the mood for it, so I put it down. And I don't know if without this that I would have had a push to actually go back to it and go, oh no, I really want to read that. So thanks for picking this one. You are forcing me into re-evaluating things, so that's nice. So the last book stood as a bit of an issue for me, because while those previous books were like clear frontrunners, the 5th book was a tie. There were a lot of books that all had the same number of votes, and I was like, okay. And then Lauren from She Is Such a Lauren came in the other day and was like, mention The Magician. And I'm like, well, The Magician then. So I'm reading The Magician now. This book is a chunk, right? You know how I said the other one was a chunk, right? No. This is like 700 pages, but I don't know if you can see. This is like Bible pages, tiny font. So that's nice. I had this one on my TBR because my dad wanted it and he wanted to read it, so I, don't really know what it's about. I think it's kind of magic schooly, so that'll be interesting. It's definitely one of those ones that my dad's always talked about and gone like, oh, I really like that book. And I always wonder if I'd have read it when I was younger, if I'd really liked it, or like how I'm going to feel about it now, because it's a certain type of fantasy, so I'm really intrigued as to how I'm going to feel about this one. So now you guys know the books that you all picked for me to read. I'm going to ask you why you all hate me. Why you hate me. Do you know how many hours that those books come out to? It's 111 hours of listening time. 111 hours! So that is effectively 4 days and 15 hours worth of listening time. Of course, I know I listen to things on 3 times speed, so technically it's 37 hours, which is 1 day and 13 hours, but still, could you guys have picked any bigger books? I mean, I asked for it, I got myself into this situation, and I'm like, I need to read bigger books, it's one of my projects for this year, and you guys are like, right, let's get the big books. So, thanks. In all seriousness though, guys, I do really appreciate that you guys picked stuff for that, and You're pushing me to read things that I wouldn't normally pick up, especially so close together, because so many of these are such big books. Like, they're all like over 15 hours apart from lock-in, and I would have put them off and put them off and put them off, and they'd just still be there next year. So, I mean, thanks for pushing me into this, even though I think you all really hate me, and I'm just really sad about it, but whatever. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!